Listen, power, man, power, definitely magnificent show. They've been cramming a whole bunch of shit down our throat this episode 4 power review. I don't even know where to start. So much has been going on. Listen, man, all right, so y'all know how I like to start my reviews. The main thing to me is we got to take it from the back and move all the way to the front. By the way, if you want to call in, the number is 347-595-0279. This is your boy, and we got to talk power. All right, we got to talk power because it's getting down to the nitty gritty right now. You know what I mean? Ghost is looking, look, you lose something, you gain something. All right, you lose something, you gain something. All right, you look at the end right there. Angela basically seen the video. You know, Proctor's off the case. Angela now have seen the video. She looked, she got enough evidence. She's been hearing enough to figure it out. Listen, something is not right. Daryl, please send me the surveillance video. Send me the surveillance video so I can see what the hell is going on. And she finally got an opportunity to see that the video that was shown is not real. It's all doctored up. You know what I'm saying? The gun that was that they found, she know that the gun was planted. There's no way in the world that gun or that scene looked real. They put ghosts on the scene and they took the original scene out of the scene. So now Angela know. Alright, she know what time it is now. So now she's gonna start doing her investigation. And if you understand and you've been listening to what I've been saying, now she's gonna go into her full cop mode. Alright, Proctor's off the case officially. He's off the case. And maybe the fact that he's off the case, now he can be a little bit loose and have a little bit more freedom to actually help them more than what he could when he had his hands tied. You know what I mean? So it's not so bad. I really don't have, when the black lawyer dude came through and he was introduced on the scene, I really wasn't feeling him, when he first stepped on the scene. But the fact that he kind of know enough now, just like the judge said, listen, you know enough, you'll be able to handle this. We don't have to get a new jury or nothing like that. You'll be fine. And I think that's true. So the fact that Proctor now was on the sideline, he already, just by him being mad enough, getting discontinued, getting taken off the case, now he was able to step to Angela and convince her enough for her to go and take a look at that video. So already Proctor not being a part of the case has paid off. If you agree with me, you already know what time it is. The number to call in is 347-595-0279. And another thing, so much has been crammed into this episode. So much. If you were watching from the beginning, I mean, they crammed so much into it. And it's just, they're giving it to us now. They're giving it to us. Great episode. I just think now the games has just begun. All right, the games has just begun. Now I do have to raise a point. Angela has really got to be careful because Angela is a cop's cop and she's gonna go all the way in. Once now she already know because she just realized she made a big mistake, and that fact is gonna take her into the next episodes going hard to find out about this Mike dude. As you can see, if you were watching really closely on the computer, they did see his name. So she's gonna try to look for something. Now Ghost, for the first time while he was in court, heard how they found the weapon. You know what I mean? And in last season, Milan, Ghost had some secret camera, in his office where they was able to see Milan or something like that. So I'm feeling, even though they doctored up this video, I'm feeling like Ghost, now that he know and Angela know, she's gonna have to go about it a whole different way. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be able to come together with Proctor being loose and out there. Which, come on, Proctor being out there and loose is the best place for him to be right now. The black lawyer, he knows enough. He trusts Ghost enough at this moment. He trusts him enough to know that everything is, you know, that he can handle everything. The dude is up front. He believes that Ghost didn't do this now. All right. And that's just the main thing. Look, tell me if you did it. If you did it, I'm still going to fight for you. But if you didn't do it, I'm going to fight for you. You know, I'm still going to fight for you. So either way, I'm still going to fight for you, but I just need to know the truth. So he's good. But Angela's going to go hard now. Proctor is going to go hard now. All right. Ghost is going to be able to help them from the inside now. You know, the only thing that I see, though, with that is, as far as Angela's concerned, is the fact that Angela is going to be, you know, maybe she you know, like I said in last episode, she's going to create a serious enemy, which is a killer, which is Mike. And she's going to create enemies with the other two guys, which are the lawyer, you know, the lawyer and the prosecution and their team. So it's going to be really kind of interesting. And I just hope that, you know, she, you know, because it's one of those things, man. If you really think about it, Angela has pissed everybody off. We all tight about her. We look, you know, as the show started, I'm looking at it like, man, come on, how can you, man? You stepping to Tasha, talking to asking Tasha all this bullshit about, you know, Ghost getting the deal and he can help me and, you know, you can help yourself. Did you know he came and he, you know, all this garbage. You know what I mean? Like, she really knows something. But the fact that now she's going to turn back to helping Ghost, our hearts and our feeling towards her is going to change. We're going to get back into a place where we're going to start feeling like, you know, we can show her a little love now. You know what I mean? Because now she's helping Ghost. Because, you know, you got to keep it 100. We hate her ass a lot, but we really hate her now, the fact that she's trying to go against our boy. All right, so the minute she start helping him, you know what I mean, we're going to feel a little bit different and we're going to want her to actually push the issue because we want to see him walk out of them doors. That's the main thing. We want Ghost out that jail. All right, and that's going to be the beautiful thing. But I think in her doing that, she may get hurt. She may get hurt. Hopefully they'll be able to protect her, but she's too close to the team that she's going to have to turn on. She's too close with them because she worked with them. I wouldn't be surprised she quit after she find this shit out and have to go hard. She might just quit and everybody be down. You know what I mean? Proctor be loose. He out there partying and shit with all the knowledge he got. She quit. She out there partying and shit with all the knowledge she got. Ghost come home and they just bigger and badder with everybody on their team. Yeah, you get where I'm going? So that's a real strong possibility right there. But moving forward, you got your boy, the old man, is inside trying to put Tommy and Ghost under pressure, and Ghost finally said, you know, all right, send him the money. All right. Now, I had a guest on here last week. Shout out to Mrs. M, who brought it to my attention first. She said, listen, by him taking that money to him, that's a good thing, because that money, yeah, he can go and pay that money, but that money is going to be for Ghost to get information on them. And right away, what she said last week came to light immediately. You seen that saying in Goodfellas? You ever seen the movie Goodfellas when Tommy and them not Tommy from Power, but Tommy and them from Goodfellas, when they Robert De Niro, when they ran up and did a heist on that truck, and they walked up to the dude and they said, hey, you might know who we are, but we know who you are. Same shit happened here.
It's Sean G.
Ghost used that $20,000 to push up on homeboy to find out where he was, who his wife is, and all that good stuff. So he used that 20 grand as leverage. And as once he got Tommy up on him, you know, Tommy know his homeboy, Tommy know where his wife at, you know, yeah, now we know who you are. Now we know we can touch somebody close to you. Now we know we can hurt somebody you love. So guess what? You ain't getting no more money. You ain't getting no 20 grand next week. You ain't getting shit. All right, the game stops now. And you got something on us, we got something on you. You might know who we are, but we know who you are. All right, and that's just pretty much it. Pivotal point right there. So homeboy is pretty much out of it. All right, and you know, when I saw that, I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, you know, last week it was just looking like my man Ghost was, you know, he was looking pitiful, man. You know, you know, R.I.P. Charlie Murphy, man. Charlie Murphy, you know, he since he came on board, you know, he been, you know, night nigga, cracking mad jokes and saying shit that got you laughing. You know, but he got, you know, it's I can't even mess with Charlie Murphy. You know, R.I.P. to Charlie Murphy. I'm just happy they gave Charlie Murphy an opportunity towards the end, you know, of his life to really get some key roles in, you know, beating up on Ghost now and last week cracking jokes on him and just putting a lot of pressure on him. You know what I mean? So, you know, ain't really much you can say about that. You know what I mean? So I'll just leave that alone for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Now Tariq is you know, now last week if you were listening when we did the review, we talked about Tariq and the little girl being the one. The question was, do we think that the little girl is going to be the one that's going to let Ghost and them know that let Ghost and Tommy and them know that Kanan is alive? And I heard that first on the show last week. That was brought to my attention first right here on the show, and I said, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I haven't thought about that. Now you see, in one scene, you know, she's starting to snoop around, and that's the beginning of her pushing up on the situation. All right, so she seen a little envelope with some money in it, and she went and looked, you know, but he caught her. You know what I'm saying? So she's starting her snooping around, and I think that's it. I mean, the only other explanation would be Dre. I think, you know, Twerk Nose, Dre, aka Twerk Nose. I think he can very well say something, but I think he just, you know, he's so much out of the loop and confidence or whatever, and having confidence in himself, feeling like he can't go against Kanan, so he probably ain't gonna say nothing. But I really do think the girl is gonna do a lot more snooping now that the writers are hitting at that. You know what I mean? Because we didn't even see, I didn't see none of it last episode or the last 2 episodes of any snooping. So now we see a little bit of snooping. So if we see a little, I'm sure within the next few episodes we're gonna see a lot more snooping, and she's gonna get down to the bottom of what this, you know, what Tariq is doing. You know what I mean? You know, can't say too much. All of America was talking about whooping Tariq's ass. If he was my son, I'll whoop his ass, and what everybody will be doing and what they won't do and what they will do. You know, but Tariq is turning from bad to worse right now. All right, every time you see him, he got a cup of lean in his hand, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, now they trying to get him to, you know, get with some fast girl and all this craziness, and Lord knows what she got and what she ain't got. You know what I mean? So I hope they ain't trying to get him really caught up in that sense. But you know, he's talking to her. She know he's fresh. He's a fresh vegetable. You know, he's green. She know that. And he don't look like he's really interested. So hopefully, you know, they talk on some understanding and nothing really happened with that. Cause, you know, come on. All right. Next thing you know, she pregnant and all this kind of shit. And, you know, Kanan ain't got no good. He don't want nothing good to happen with this kid. He pretty much trying to have a lot more leverage on him, get him to do something that he's going to regret in the long run. All right. So that thing got to definitely get dealt with sooner than later. All right, if you agree, yo, call in right now. The number 347-595-0279. Let me know what you think about this episode. So much has been crammed in. So much in this episode has been crammed into one episode. I mean, at first as I'm watching, I'm like, yo, this shit is just going all over the place. You know, and you know that's how power is. Stuff just happening over here. Boom, it's happening over there. They got to kind of get a lot of things out. You know what I mean? Because next episode is going to really be significant in getting Ghost out of there. Next 2 episodes is going to be really significant to get Ghost out of there. But also, some people are going to start to die. All right? Some heads are going to start to roll. You know, people are going to start to get hurt. And I think Angela is going to be one of them. Of course, you know, Mike, you know, and what about Tommy, man? Tommy pushing up on old boy. I asked about that last week. Greg Friend, you know, what is his role? You know, you really kind of didn't understand. It was kind of fuzzy for him to just pop up out of nowhere with this information and shit like that. And, you know, in a weird and kind of crazy way, I'm glad Tommy did what he did. Because with all that's going on, we definitely didn't need this guy coming in with no tape. You know what I mean? Talking about, you know, officially making that suggestion be more solid, meaning him coming with this tape, and now they officially have to get Ghost to go against Tommy go against Ghost. That would have just been, you know what I mean, that would just put too much strain on us, you know, to be completely honest. We definitely didn't need that. You know, I'm happy that didn't happen. So, you know, in all honesty, when that happened to the old man, I was kind of like, yes, that needed to happen. So it was kind of a good thing that Tommy did go and play in a, you know, lay in a cut and not really say nothing and just pop up and kind of handle his business, because they need that tape. All right, they need that tape. They need, you know, the evidence. They need to go in. They need to get the ball rolling in that area to find out what's going on with that recording and all that good stuff. So it's a good thing that Proctor was there to let Tommy know, yo, listen, he wanted this to be found out so that, you know, to kind of help to save you. You know, so Tommy, because you got to remember, for the last 2 seasons, we had to deal with a lot of Tommy and Ghost not being with each other. You know, being out of friendship, you know, being mad at each other. Tommy wanting to, you know, people trying to put it in Tommy's head with the whole Milan situation to hurt, you know, to go at Ghost, to kill Ghost, and Ghost, you know, and Tommy never really having a heart to do it. So we had to go through all that. You know what I mean? We went weeks and weeks with that, and trust me, if you're a power lover like I am, you don't, that's not something that you really encourage. You don't want that. We like to see Tommy and Ghost working as a team. We don't want Tommy and Ghost breaking up, you know, going through, and that's what that would have caused. So I'm kind of glad that happened. Get homeboy character up out of here. Get him out of here with his tapes and his recordings and all that BS, so we can move forward and get Ghost up out of there. Because a lot of things got to happen. Mike got to go. The old man, you know, he got to go. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna just lay down so easily. You know, I don't think he's gonna lay down so easily. And the fact that he's an old timer, you know, he bout that life and all that stuff. He gonna find a way to pop his neck up. He gonna get dealt with, but he gonna find a way to do something stupid, something else. With Ghost and him being on the inside, he gonna try something else. All right, because you know that's just obvious. You know, so moving forward with that, we got Lala and your boy Tommy getting real steamy and hot. Now, who would ever thought that Lala and Tommy, what's her name? What's she going by on the show? I keep forgetting. I can never get her character name, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, her and Tommy doing the damn thing. Who would ever thought that her and Tommy would get together? You know, she getting a little jealous at the fact that Tommy, you know, spent the night at over there at Ghost in them house with the wife and all that. She seen a little garment. She like, well, what's that? She like, oh, that's Tommy. I ain't got no man up in here. I don't be creeping like that. I don't get down like that. You know, so she made sure she found Tommy and asked him about that. You know, like, nah, bruh, you mine. As a matter of fact, let me give you a little something to remind you that you mine. You know what I mean? So I thought that was kind of funny moving forward with that. But you know, these are the main things to me. This is the real meat and potato of what's going on with the show right now. All right, this is the real meat and potato. Everything else is just pretty much them throwing stuff at us, trying to get us to, you know, they're trying to get us to think. We got to get Ghost out of there. We got to get Ghost out of there. All right. Kanan is doing what he doing. You know, he's in houses running around stealing TVs and shit like that. You know, there ain't nothing really significant there. You know what I mean? But the main thing is the fact that Angela's back on. She's back. She's going to be back next week, Team Ghost. All right. Because Angela's a cop's cop. You can't have Angela in a position like, you know, like they put her in right now, because she'll go hard if she believe you did something wrong. She's gonna go hard. And the fact that now and I said it 2 episodes ago on the review. I said, listen, once she find out that she's been played, the same energy she put on getting Ghost is the same energy she's gonna put on finding out who was behind playing her. So you know what I mean? So the writers are just like, you know, they find a way to get Ghost out of the situation, and that's just key right there. You know what I mean? Proctor's out. They find a way to get Proctor gone, and you know, you lose something, you gain something. Now Proctor's free. And to be honest with you, Proctor being free is more dangerous for the prosecution, because he knows so much. He knows so much, and he knows how to do so much. And the fact that he doesn't have gloves on, he can maneuver more than he would have been able to maneuver, you know, in there. Now, of course, you know, it's the show. They're going to play it where he really can't. He's not supposed to say this and do this and, you know, have too much contact. But we know he's going to have contact. We know the black lawyer, you know, like I said, because you see how the black lawyer tested him. How he came in, I didn't like him. I was kind of like, yo, man, who's this dude, man? You know, he pissing me off early, you know, and as you can look around, he was pissing a lot of people off early. I didn't like him, but, you know, it was necessary. You know, hindsight is 20/20. We can look back and say that the fact that he was doing so much of testing and investigating and making sure that this guy, you know, Ghost is not telling him a lie or whatever, and being so skeptical, it kind of works in Ghost's favor now. Now we can understand that and see that, because right before Proctor got kicked off the case, you know, when he was questioning him again in the room, asking him about the gun, you know, he was able to, Ghost was able to convince him that he really don't know nothing about the gun. So the black dude is, you know, and it's always the opposite. If I'm, you know, if I'm gonna be so skeptical and go against you and keep on questioning you and keep thinking you lying, once I find out you telling the truth, the same energy I put on you is the same energy I'm gonna put on trying to help you out. So you know what I mean? So this episode to me is all about, you know, you lose something, you gain something. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's gonna be the tagline. You gonna lose something, you gain something. All right. You lost Proctor, he gone, but you got a lawyer who understands and knows what's going on, and he's that dude. He's not stupid at all, and he's gonna fight. And now you got Proctor on the back burner to help you behind the scenes where you really need it most. And then you're gonna have Angela stepping up to the plate, going after Mike and going after everybody else that's on that whole team. And like I said, don't be surprised. She might even quit. She might even quit. Because, you know, how does she fight? How does Angela fight? How does she fight? She may have to fight quiet. What do you think? Call her right now, 347-595-0279. 347-595-0279. How is Angela gonna fight? Is she gonna fight quiet, or is she gonna make a big noise? You know, that's gonna be the question. She know she been played. She know Ghost ain't do it now. She know that now. It ain't no secret. The video says it all. Alright? It's not no secret. The video says it all. So she's gonna do a lot. And like I said, the fact that she, you know, she's so gun-ho and she's so much about her job, she is definitely going to go hard. And the thing about that is, I feel like she's going to lose. Somebody gonna have to go, and I believe Angela is gonna get in so much trouble behind it, because remember, it's two things that they got against her. Well, that's working against her. One main thing is the fact that she's so compromised. She's been involved with Ghost, and they got so much dirt on her that you wonder how the hell she was even able to be in the case, period. But they showed us some favoritism. So, you know, once she's like in a very fucking tough place, man. She in the toughest place. You know, it's just crazy where this woman is at right now. But she gonna have to do her fucking job. Excuse my language. She's gonna have to do her job just the same way she put my boy in this position. She's gonna have to do a job to get him up out of there. And I can't say it enough. Once Mike find out she got some type of information, man, Mike's the killer. He the stone cold killer. He's the one that you know, he ain't gonna go down that easy. So he's been snooping around, popping up in people's house and shit like that. That's his job. He good at that. Hiding in the, you know, coming through in the sneak of the night, popping up in people's apartments and following people and sitting in the dark. That's what he do. So once he, you know, you seen how he killed Greg. Once he got the information that Greg knew, he just killed him right there on the spot. Word? Oh, you know? Oh, word? You gonna take this information to the people? All right, hold that. Right? So what you think he gonna do to Angela once he find out Angela knows what's going on? He gonna get mad and go in that same mode to try to get Angela. All right? So that's one major thing that's against her. I don't know how she's gonna get out of that. And the next thing is, once the prosecution find out the team that she was a part of, listen, the only way she can get out that shit, because once they find out, and let me just go through with my point right with that. Once they find out, they're not gonna be, take that easy. Oh, she know now, so we gonna have to get behind her. Nah, they got a point to prove, especially the Chinese dude. I mean, I don't know if he's Chinese, but the Oriental guy, he got a point to prove. So he's not necessarily gonna get behind. He's not necessarily gonna get behind her with this, because she's gonna dig. She's gonna make sure she see, because the whole picture is fake. They show the real scene, and then at the end they show a fake scene with Ghost walking in the room. Ghost was locked up. Where the hell they get that from? And cause she knows she was there. You understand what I'm saying? So how is so she's gonna put it together, and I think, I don't know if you remember, there was a scene where when they were talking to Ghost in the courtroom, when they was all in the court, when they said, we want to find, there's something going on, they want you here, and Proctor and the black dude was like, yo, I don't know what they want you, man. They seized all your account and everything. Do you know what this is all about? He was like, nah. And then he had finally found out where they found that gun, and you seen his face. The camera looked at Ghost, and his face kind of turned to the side, like, oh, that's how they found out. So that's good news for Ghost, because now he know where that gun came from and how they found the gun. So again, they didn't hint towards it. That was a little secret hint that let him, that raised his eyebrow. So next week or the following episode, we'll be able to see him, tell Tommy, tell Proctor tell somebody else, or even tell Angela, whatever the case may be, to go and look into that. Because because when the feds came, they told them to turn the cameras off. We got to seize this, we got to seize that. But we know, like, they're gonna definitely be somewhere, somehow, where they got some camera that was still on, some secret camera, some backup system, something gonna pop up where they gonna see that they're gonna see homeboy walk in there and plant the gun. Alright, so his ass is out. There's no way he getting around that. You already know the writers already got that lined up. Alright, and how about the black dude, man? How about the angry black man on the scene? Motherfucker, I'll kill you, man. Yo, how about the angry black dude? Yo, he went bananas up in that courtroom, man. You thought he was gonna jump off the scene and jump on Proctor and start fighting. That nigga lost his mind. You know what I mean? So it's getting thick, man. It's getting thick. And like I said, I like to talk and stress and go in on strictly the meat and potatoes. Those facts right there are the main things. All right. The beginning of the show, they came in, they shut down a couple of, they shut down the club. They shut down Lala's a little, boutique or whatever the case may be. Yeah, all that's cool. That's just extras and stuff like that. But Tommy pushing up on the dude, Proctor getting out and letting it be known, and Angela now knowing what's going on, and the old dude getting pushed to the side, those are the main things. That's what's happening right now. That's the real nitty gritty right there. That's the most important thing that took place this episode. And like I said, this was one of those episodes where I'm kind of watching it, and I'm like, but they crammed a lot of shit down our throats. They crammed a lot of information down us. And if, like I said, Power is one of those shows. If you're not paying attention, shit just be happening. Boom, 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 boom. You going for a few minutes and you lost. You don't know what's going on. So you have to pay very, very close attention to what's going on this show. Else you're gonna miss something. Somebody come in the room talking too loud, or get pissed off and tell them to get out the room and leave you alone because you're watching your show. All right, that's how serious it is, because we can't afford to miss nothing. Not even a line. You can't miss it, because it may be one little thing that's so significant that if you miss it, you miss the whole bunch. All right, so but those are the main things that's happening right now. I said last week, Angela is she's going to be in trouble, man. She's in a very, very bad place right now. A very, very bad place. I don't know how she's going to get out of that, man. And she's going to fight. It's just in her nature. She's going to fight. She'll fight when she got something against you. She going to come at you. And she's going to fight when she find out that she got played. She's going to reverse. Her energy is going to go the other way. So that's one thing. I don't like her in so many ways, and I don't agree with a lot of shit that she's done and a lot of shit that she do. But one thing I can say is, if she with you, she really with you. You know what I mean? And we gotta, and speaking on being with you, look at Tasha, man. Tasha holding it down, man. She holding the fort down. You know what I mean? Tasha like, look, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. You trying to come at me talking about some deal. I'm not, let me go step to my man, and let him know, listen, I'm with you, baby. All right? Don't think I ain't here with you. They try to give me a deal too. All right? They gave you a deal. All right? Now listen, don't you take don't you let nothing else happen without letting me know. You hear? You know what I'm saying? So she putting her foot down, and you know what I mean? I gotta respect that. You know what I mean? She look, you gotta give it to her. She holding it down. She ain't trying to get on no bullshit. And it's very easy. Everybody's throwing suggestions around. You know what I mean? And it's so much like real life. Anybody can be in a situation where you got your close friends. You got Lala telling a girl, if I was you, I'd look out for myself. You got a somebody that's on the inside that's working with the police coming to you, telling you, listen, we got something on you, and we can put you in and get you in trouble for it, just being a part of it. I mean, just being associated with it. So all these different suggestions coming from people who are significant. Somebody who know her, that got a lot of power. Somebody who know her, that's a good friend of hers. And she like, shit, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Let me go and reassure my man and let him know, listen, all right, they came at me. I heard they came at you, but I'm telling you and you ain't tell me. But don't let that shit happen again. You know what I'm saying? So you got to respect on that, man. All right. So Tasha, I mean, she came around. She's been coming around for the last season. She was a little off with us, but she started coming back around. She was doing a lot of bullshit that we didn't approve of. And we kind of, anybody that love power like we do, they'll tell you, listen, Tasha was on some bullshit for a little while, but she kind of redeemed herself and came back around, and now she's all the way around right now. And we was hating, because last season, if you remember, Ghost was in the doghouse. Ghost ass was in the doghouse for a lot of the season last season, because he was just doing so much bullshit. He couldn't get over this woman. He was making a lot of mistakes. He was getting a lot of people in trouble, getting a lot of people hurt because of the mistakes he was making, and him being so blinded by the love of Angela and all this bullshit that we had to go through for at least 4 episodes. So Ghost was pissing a lot of people off, and he lost a lot of respect from the viewers, for at least 3-4 episodes. You know what I'm saying? And Tasha was there. All right, now Angela's there, but like I said last week, Angela is going to be the one. We are a very forgiving bunch of viewers. We'll hate you because you slipping and you sliding You know, we'll love you first, and then we'll start to get a little tired of you and shit, and start feel like you're getting on our nerve. You know, when you keep it up, we'll still be with you a little bit, but you know, you keep pushing it, we'll lose a lot of love for you, and you'll hear everybody going at your ass. And that's who Angela is this season. That's who her character is. But like I said last week, her only position and her only out is she's definitely gonna find out. That's the obvious. And you know, if you've been watching the show, you know that she was gonna eventually find out the truth. And once she find out the truth, she's gonna go into you know, police mode, and she's gonna help and you know, and get down to the bottom of the shit. That is her only play. And then once she get back into that mode helping Ghost, we're gonna like her again. We're gonna like her again. The only thing Ghost gotta do is he can't, you know, get so fucking stupid to where he come out and start messing with her again. Alright? That's one thing he cannot do. Alright? Cause she's on her way back into his life, cause she gonna be the one that's gonna actually help him get out of the situation. She may lose her life for it, but she's gonna sacrifice, she's gonna do it, because that's who she is. So you gotta give it to her on that. She's gonna go all out. That's a fact. Alright, so you know, it's getting juicy again, man. The season is getting pumped, you know, is on a level. You know what I mean? And there's not so much going on, you know, but those are the main things. It wasn't that crazy impact pop. It was more of an informational episode, more of information, you know, because if you can see, a lot of stuff was happening. They just crammed the hell out of us with information on this show, so much that you couldn't even keep up. You're like, come on, now this, then that, you know, y'all killing me, man, come on, you know. But when they do that for a reason. That means the next few episodes is going to get real dangerous. You know, it's going to be significant shit that's going to happen, that's going to blow our minds. All right, and I said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I can't stress this enough. You know, everybody is saying, the power lovers on Facebook, they saying, listen, I brought the question up. I said, listen, do y'all think what do you think about the young girl, Ghost's daughter, being the one to let everybody know that Kanan is alive? And a lot of people, you know, my thread blew up behind that question, because a lot of people didn't even think about that. A lot of people didn't think about that. A lot of people did not think about that. And I'll be completely honest. Shout out to Miss M, who was on the show last week, who called in, and we had a great conversation about the episode, who brought that to my attention. I didn't even think about that. And so I took the same information and I raised the question again. And so many hundreds of people didn't even think about that. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's definitely going to be something that's going to have to take place. Do I think it's going to happen fast? Probably not. Only if Tariq is going to be put in a position where he's actually going to get himself hurt. You know, the listener was saying that the young girl is going to, you know, if she do this, she's the only one who haven't been in trouble. Ghost haven't really felt no pain from the beginning of this show, the start of this show. Nothing really bad has happened to him other than the position he's in right now. But he hasn't really lost any loved ones, you know, nobody that's close to him, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, her compromising or putting it out there and letting somebody know that Kanan is alive, and them finding out, because the only way they will find that out will be, you know, Tariq, because he's not loyal to his family no more. He's pretty much loyal to Kanan now. He's loyal to everybody over there. So if, you know, if that was the case and they find out that the little girl told, it wouldn't be no problem for Tariq to tell how, you know, they found out. Oh, yo, man, my little sister, man, she's snooping around my shit. She told, you know. And, you know, my guest last week said, well, that information may cost her life. And something like that happening will be definitely sad. But, you know, it definitely would send Ghost and them on a whole nother rampage, and Tommy and everybody, you know, it'll just start a complete war. You know, but I'm really watching. My main focus right now is Angela. She has to do it. Her back is against the wall. You know, she's seen too much. You know, she done saw it all. And now she's going to have to reverse the energy and help my boy. And again, once she start that, we're going to start to feel a little bit better about her. You know, we're going to feel a little bit better about her. But when she end up slumped or she end up dead because of it, then we're going to feel a little sad for her. All right, because we love who we pretty much love who love Ghost. If you like Ghost and you're down with Ghost, that's who we roll with. All right, even if Ghost do some bullshit or he continue to do some bullshit, we on his behind that. You know, we not feeling that. So nobody's exempt, but at the same time, when you roll with them, we down for you. All right, so you know what I mean. It's been a wonderful episode. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you want to call in 347-595-0279 and let me know what is the position of Angela. How is she going to get out of it? You know, how is she going to get out of it? Is she going to go hard? Is she going to go quiet? Is she going to, you know, just be quiet about it and do what she got to do behind the scenes without letting too many people know? Or, you know, is she gonna get dealt with? You know, that's just pretty much what it all sums up to be. All right. So yo, this is your boy Sean G. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Power review. It was a great episode. Y'all definitely come back next week, Sunday, same time, 10 p.m. We do the power review, and it's definitely going down right here on the Sean G Show, 1021 FM. And I'll see y'all next week. All right? Peace.
I've been loving you the best I can, the best I can. I've been loving you the best I can, the best I can. Now if that's not enough, what can I say? What can I do? 'Cause I've been loving you the best way I know how to. You are the only one that I can truly say I gave my best. You woke me up and you showed me how to keep selflessly. I gave up my love, but now that I'm giving my best, it's not enough, no. I've been loving you the best I can, the best I can. I've been loving you the best I can, the best I can. Now if that's not enough, what can I say? What can I do? 'Cause I've been loving you the best way I know how to. Now it's become draining. Tell me, what more do you need? I'm trying my best to keep you happy here with me. And my heart is working overtime just to prove to you that I'm all in. But it's still I've been loving you the best I can, the best I can. I've been loving you the best I can, the best I can. Now if that's not enough, what can I say? What can I